Moving to a completely new country or continent for that matter can be scary enough in itself. You know, you're leaving everything behind, you're leaving behind everything you know, but now you also have the challenge of having to build up some sort of new social circle in the place where you actually moved to. So in today's video, I want to talk about how easy it's been, for me at least in my opinion, to make new friends here in Dubai and kind of give you some tips on where I've met new people and how I've expanded my network moving to Dubai, you know, coming up to 9 months ago. Also, if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Rasmus. I'm the owner of Minix. That's a performance marketing agency where we specialize in helping e-commerce brands scale through UGC videos and paid advertising. And if you end up enjoying this video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That would massively help me out. And if you have any questions after watching this video or throughout the video, just leave your question down below. I'll read all the comments and try to respond to all questions. So yeah, happy to help. But with that being said though, let's get straight into it. So I would say just in general, right? Living here in Dubai, and I've been here now for, you know, 9 months or something. I found it really easy actually to make new friends here. And I find that people are generally just very welcoming, very friendly people. And I think that might be because of the culture and sort of the mix of the population, because 90% of people here are expats, right? So a lot of people coming from Russia, coming from Europe, coming from UK. And so we have a nice big melting pot basically of a lot of different people and cultures coming here. And so there's this kind of general consensus whenever you meet someone new that you're just assuming that that new person who just moved here like don't know anyone and don't know anything about Dubai, because there's like a ton to do and lots of different people, and you kind of just need to, you know, figure a way around Dubai. And so whenever you meet someone new, usually there's like 3 questions that every single conversation starts with. It's like, hey, how long have you been in Dubai? Where are you from? And how do you like Dubai so far? And from that conversation, then now from what I found at least, is that people are generally very good at giving you tips on where to go if you're someone new. So, you know, let's say you're talking to someone that's been living here for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 years. They're super welcoming, honestly, like to give you tips. And if you ever need anything, I found that people are just super good and actually open to give you feedback on what you need to do to get your questions answered, or where you need to go to get certain stuff done. So that's been like my overall, like broad terms, broad spectrum, my experience of being here. But with that being said though, like the first place that I've met a lot of connections, met a lot of people, has been the gym. So I go to the gym a lot. I work out in the gym 6 times a week, so, and it's on schedule. So I'm usually there from like 10 to 11 a.m. That's like when I walk in the gym. So when you're on a schedule, right? First thing first, like you get to see familiar faces, right? And that's definitely been a big help. But I think also, like, and this is just specific to me, I do get like maybe more attention in the gym than your average gym bro, just because of the way I train. So I do something called calisthenics, which is not like your usual bench press, squat, deadlifts, you know, going around the machines. Like I don't do that. Calisthenics is a little bit of a different training style. So I do exercises that people might not have seen before and maybe aren't familiar with. So sometimes I get like some odd looks being in the gym and doing my exercise, because people are like, what the fuck is this guy doing? Like, so that probably helped me a little bit. But I will say, when you're in the gym, because it's like a level playing field basically, because everyone is there for the same reason, right? To get in shape and to get stronger. It's very easy to get in contact with someone. Just like give them a nod, smile, wave, say, hey, good job, you know, and then you get into how long have you been in Dubai? Where are you from? How do you like it? Honestly, like that's how every single conversation goes. But I will say it's much easier to make friends here in the gym compared to something like Denmark, where I'm from, if I'm just, you know, taking my own experiences here. Because being in Denmark and being in the gym, people are very like close-minded, and they're very like, no, don't want to talk to anyone. And you know, you get like not good looks from other people. If you do something cool, you just get like odd looks, and people are like, who the fuck is this guy? And so that's been a very big contrast for me working out here in Dubai. Is like I've met so many great people, honestly, in the gym. And maybe I don't meet up with every single one of them, but hey, I get their Instagram, I get their WhatsApp, and you know, whenever we see each other in gym, it's like, hey, how you doing? You know, how's your week been, or something like that. And that's great. So definitely for me, the gym has been amazing. And I will also give a little tip here. Getting into a good gym in Dubai, like a high-end gym, can be super worth it. Not only because it's just nicer to work out in a good gym, but also it can be an amazing networking opportunity. So there's 3 like big gyms, I would say, like really popular and high-end gyms here. There's Minix, which is more like the bodybuilder type of style gym. Like that's where a lot of the influencers will be if you're into like the fitness space. I haven't been personally, but like, that's where every single YouTuber who's like super into fitness, they go to Minix gym. There's TK MMA if you're into either outdoor workouts like I am, because I do calisthenics, so a lot of pull-ups, muscle-ups and dips and stuff like that. They have like a big outside area, but it's also like the most famous fighter gym. So if you know Tam Khan or you're into like MMA, boxing, all that type, you'll probably know of TK MMA. And then the last one is Train Beach Club, which is, as the name suggests, it's also like a club thing. Haven't been there as well, but looks super nice online, honestly. And those are like the 3 big ones, I would say. Sign up for at least one of them. If you're massively into fitness, for sure you can just go with every single one. Obviously, I'm not going to hold you back, but it can be a great networking opportunity, because in these high-end gyms there will be high influential people as well. So actually, I have a good friend who works out at Minix gym. And she told me that the reason why she actually went with Minix gym is instead of some of the like more cheap and just, you know, normal gyms, if you want to call it that, is because of the networking effect. So she's met like 9-figure CEOs and you know, talked to them and befriended them just from being in the gym, because they're on the same level playing field, right? So you can get opportunities that you wouldn't have had access to otherwise in terms of networking, because you're all just in the gym to get in better shape and get stronger. So, you know, to go up to someone and say, hey, that was amazing, how long have you been training for? Like, that's super common, and people are super open to it in Dubai especially. And so if you're in business, for example, or you can get something out of networking, which I do honestly just think everyone could do, I would definitely just sign up for one of the more high-end gyms where a lot of, you know, the famous people go to. Same thing with TK MMA. There's a lot of very famous, like that's where every single MMA fighter goes. So if they're in Dubai, it's TK MMA. A lot of influencers as well I've met there, said hi to. And so it's a great networking opportunity. Now moving on, the second place where I've met a bunch of good people is either through tennis or just in general like communities. And so this is where WhatsApp comes into play. And this might sound silly, but in Denmark we don't use WhatsApp. Like before I moved out of Denmark to Spain for the first time, I'd never ever used WhatsApp before. I didn't know like what it was really. I've never had the app downloaded. So for me, like coming here, it was a little bit weird, like having to get used to using WhatsApp all the time. But really WhatsApp is just where everything goes down. Like I'm in so many tennis group chats and so many other like different random group chats. It's incredible. I don't know if it's just me or if that's like, if everyone is sort of in that same scenario, but it's been great for me. So being part of some sort of social community is amazing as well for making connections. It's the same as the gym, like you're on the same playing field, you know, same level, because you're just there to, in my case, play tennis. And I actually met one of my really good friends here through a tennis group. So when I got here, I was looking for ways on how to play tennis, right? And so I got in contact with this guy called Paul. He ran a tennis group, got in there, showed up once to this tennis thing, social tennis thing, and met a guy that now I play tennis with like at least once a week. And we talk all the time, multiple times a week, just like talking about business, talking about life. So getting into some sort of community has been amazing for me. And also, you know, I'm in the online marketing space, and that space is very small, especially in Dubai. Like, yeah, there's a lot of online marketers that go here, but we all kind of know each other to some extent. At least you know a lot of them. And so that's been super helpful for me, because I knew a couple people in the same space that I already lived here or was moving here when I got to Dubai. And so they've been really good at introducing me to their friends, to meeting like friends of friends. And in general, that's like something that's been super easy for me. And what I found is that people, because if you just moved here, people know that you're unlikely to know a whole lot of people. And if you're just a generally nice person, then people have no issue actually introducing you to their friends. And then you can start building up a social circle really quickly through that. Now the third way, and maybe the most odd way, I don't know, never did it before, but that's been YouTube actually. So the very first connection I made coming to Dubai was actually a YouTuber, and so she made the same content that I'm sort of making, plus she also makes vlogs, but she was a massive help for me to actually figure out where to go and how to set up all my stuff in Dubai. And that's also partly the reason why I make these videos, because she had such an amazing effect on me that I actually DM'd her right when I got here. I was like, hey, you know, I've been watching your videos for a long time, really enjoyed them. It's been such a big help for me to actually move to Dubai. Just got here. do you want to meet for coffee someday? And then we met, and then just kind of kept in touch for a long time, and she showed me Dubai, which was amazing. And that's another connection, right, that I made right there, which was amazing. And actually, when you see this video last Saturday, so a couple days ago, I'm actually also meeting up with a YouTube subscriber, which is amazing. So I would definitely, like, if you see any of these like small channels like I have, for sure just reach out. Like, it's super fun to actually meet up with people that consume your content, or people whose content that you've consumed, and meet up with them and actually see them in real life. And if it's a small channel, then like we're super open to actually meet up with you guys. And also another thing that happened a couple of weeks ago was that another guy named Luke reached out to me on Instagram because he saw one of my Dubai videos, and he was like, hey, amazing content, do you want to be on one of my podcasts? And for sure, of course, I mean, I'm a small creator myself. Well, I think at this time recording, we're like at 620 subscribers, something like that, a small little family, but that's super cool. And so he has a big following as well, and so he has a very big following and invited me on his podcast, which was amazing. And we did that a couple weeks ago. And honestly, like, that's a super easy way to actually make connections with the people that you want in your circle, because you can kind of vet them from the outside, see what they're about, and then reach out. And most people honestly are super open to meet up with followers or subscribers, or like people in general, especially in Dubai, because you are always looking for ways on how to make new connections and meet new people. So that's like the 3 biggest or most effective ways that I've made connections living here in Dubai: the gym, WhatsApp communities, and then also YouTube. Those 3 have been amazing for me, so I would highly recommend you guys to also do that. And yeah, if any of you are moving to Dubai or in Dubai, for sure, feel free to reach out. I would love to, you know, have a chat and just meet up with you guys. That would be super cool. But yeah, if you ended up liking this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. That would massively help me out. And if you have any questions, just leave them down in the comments. I would love to answer any questions. And yeah, that's it for now. See you in the next one.